off. So I just figured out that apparently the transmitter that's inside my helmet doesn't just stay on. It claims to have a 10-hour battery life. So I just assumed that whenever I turn it on, it would just stay on and ready to record. As long as the receiver was on, which comes on when I turn the camera on. That may not be the case, so apparently there's some other stuff that I tried to record that probably won't have any audio. So I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how they expect me to be able to turn this thing on every time when it's inside my helmet, but I don't know. If anybody watches this and has a suggestion for a good helmet mic that just plugs directly into the camera from like 3 or 4 inches away, let me know, because all the others that I've found that are USB-C have like 6-foot long cables. So like I said, if anybody's got a good suggestion, I'm all ears, because I'm not sure this one's going to work out all that well either. So we'll see how the rest of the day. I don't even know, there's no way for me to even tell if the thing is on or not without stopping and removing it, which is, it's a magnet, so it's not like it's hard to take out, but I can't do it on the fly, and I can't see it to know whether it's on or not. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, right now we are on one of my favorite roads areas, which is currently pretty loose. Kind of thought there would have been some mud right in this area, as much rain as we've had. No, in the winter, when we have the freeze thaw stuff going on, that area gets pretty greasy. So anyway, yeah, it's a real nice area. Runs through this little valley here, so even in the summer when it's hot, it's always cooler down here because it's pretty shady. About a month ago, maybe, I came back from a 10-day trip out through the Southwest with 3 other guys. About almost 3,700 miles for me. A little bit of Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah is where we spent most of our time. Seen a lot of, actually everything we saw was something that I'd never seen before. Did a lot of riding, a lot of camping, had a good time. I do have a lot of video of that. I've been working on that. I don't know, I'm gonna split it up into 2 pieces or 2 videos, just so that it's not so long. And so I don't know, the first, if I end up posting anything from today, the first of the videos from that trip may actually post before anything from today. I'm not sure. So I'm going to make my way along here, and I'll check back in with y'all in a little bit. See ya. Drop down now into the McElroy Wildlife Management Area over by Kings River, Madison County, Arkansas. I did fail to mention earlier that my problems with my mic stuff could be entirely user related, but did a little bit more digging, and I don't find where it gives me the option for this transmitter to just stay on, so I'm just going to have to deal with that for the time being. That is a driveway. Time I've really done any dirt work at all with this front tire I've put on here. while back, I put a set front and rear of the Tusk 2-track tires. The rear I like okay, super stiff, so I'd hate to be somebody that's having to try to dismount and repair and mount that thing back on a trail side repair. But it seems to handle okay. Grip's fine. Looks like it's going to last quite a while. The front tire, I hated it from the moment I put it on. A lot of people seem to really like them okay. But what I noticed with it immediately was a really heavy front end feeling at low speeds, like a weird gyroscopic effect, you know. But mostly that you can kind of get used to. My biggest problem with the thing was at higher speeds, you know, and I'm talking above legal limit speed, that thing was really unstable. It got a little bit better. People that have had them say, oh yeah, you gotta run it a couple of 100 miles and it'll kind of wear in and it gets better, and it did get a little bit better. But it still, I never had a lot of confidence with it at any kind of hard acceleration. Basically anytime if you're accelerating very hard and your front end gets a little bit light, at least on this 890, you start looking at tank slappers. So I thought I was going to get used to it enough to run it enough to wear it out, and then I decided I just wasn't going to. So I ordered a new tire. Now I'm running a Mitas is it an Enduro, maybe Enduro Trail XT Plus or something like that. It's essentially looks like a dirt bike tire, and when I put it on, I experienced a lot of the very same stuff as I did with the Tusk. Maybe even a little worse at first, but this one, after a couple of 100 miles, has actually came around, and it is okay now. So at least you know, at higher speed stuff, it's still it will still start wanting to get a little bit squirrely, but like I said, we're talking 85 plus miles an hour or so. The hard acceleration stuff, it's still, you'll feel a little bit of movement in the bars, but not nearly as bad as with the Tusk. So I've kind of came to the conclusion that maybe that's just the nature of the beast when you put these tires that are more dirt oriented on. So doing a ton of riding today. Like I said earlier, I got a late start, and I've got to do a little work on my daughter's car this evening after she gets off work. So I won't be out a real long time. I just kind of wanted to get out because the day is nice. I didn't want to waste the entire day. I needed to try to figure out how this mic setup will work. I wanted to try this tire on some dirt and gravel. Yeah, like I'm saying, the Tusk front tire was kind of weird because there's a whole lot of people that really like them and seem to not have much issue with them, at least based on what they say online. But on my 890 here, my buddy has an 890. He pretty much experienced the same exact thing. Another buddy has a Honda Transalp. He agreed, same sort of instability at speed. And then another guy that I know, even on a DR650, he, same way. He said it's fine off-road, and it was. Even on curvy, twisty pavement, it's handling wise. For that sort of it was okay. It wasn't terrible. It's just horses. I'm going to slow down and try to be polite here. Careful, girls. Try to be polite here. I like the little bandanas on the horses. Sure glad I didn't come around that any harder than I did. I sure would have hated to spook those horses with the ladies on them. Interesting to see what this little road looks like after the rains we've had. As we get down the bottom of the hill here, this thing essentially turns into like you're riding a creek bed, loose gravel. It sometimes tends to be a little bit washed out. It's a lot more fun going uphill on this road, to me anyway. Definitely tell it's had some water running down the road. it's actually not as loose as it normally is. It actually wasn't washed out as much as I thought it would be. Always wondered for a while now, since I started riding this, where does this road go? I was looking on the map this morning. Kind of looks like it doesn't really go anywhere. No, just some camping areas. Okay. Oh yeah. Nice. That's cool. Okay. Good to know. Camping requires hunting license, fishing license, or camping permit. I was just about to say that I thought you could just come down here and camp, first come, first serve, and it maybe is. But I don't know about the camping permit, if you can just get that online, maybe. Not sure. Here's some campers down here now. I knew about this area. There's game and fish. Guess I could always ask him. All game and fish. Those little spots right there are always loose and a little deep. That one's typically pretty easy. This one coming up is usually it's a little wider. Doesn't look bad. I really thought there might be more water in it too. Not bad at all. Guys, before I forget, I really need to give a little bit of a shout out here to my little buddy. His name is Emmett. It's actually one of my best buddy's son. And according to my friend Emmett, absolutely loves watching my videos. He may be the only person that does. I don't know. But he does, and that's good enough. So, Emmett, I hope you're watching this. If you are, I hope you're having a good day, and I hope you like the video, buddy. Be good. See ya. I don't know if this thing's recording or not. I can't see the little blue light. Not sure. Anyway, if it is, we'll try it out here on a little pavement with a little more wind. See how it picks up. Got to tie a little bit of pavement in to get to another little section of gravel that I like. Stop here and see if I can see that stupid light or not. Yeah, I think it's on. So, okay. Maybe we are. You guys catch that? I think that was a little snake that whatever bird that was just dropped right in front of me. Never know what you'll see out here. Turkey vulture took off from the side of the road earlier flying and got kind of close, about gave me a flashback. I actually did hit a black vulture head on with the top of my helmet a couple years ago that was flying parallel to me, and then all of a sudden took a hard right and flew right in front of me. Let's see how slick this is. Not terrible. Sure wouldn't have wanted to grab a handful of throttle right there though. Pretty green. But yeah, that stupid black vulture, like I said, I hit it broadside with the top of my helmet at about, I don't know, 55 or 60 miles an hour. Instantly gave me a headache and made my helmet stink the whole rest of the way home. Not exactly sure what area of Beaver Lake this actually is, but water's pretty. All the rain we've got has actually brought the lake up considerably. It was very low. Every time I get to that area, I have to try to remember which way to go. Good little hill climb here, especially if it's very loose. It's pretty steep. This corner is always a lot sharper than what I remember. God dang it. Gotta keep my big feet off the shifter. Stopped at the store, I forgot to see what the battery level on the camera looks like, so it may peter out on me before I make it back home. I don't know, but I'll try it. Just see how far it'll make it anyway. I know the battery on this Insta360 camera sure seems to last longer than my GoPro. All right. You want to talk about impeccable timing? I bet I didn't make it 30 seconds after I said I wasn't sure how long my battery was going to last before it died. I made the left turn at the top of the hill. I was just about to say I hope that was the right direction, and it was. I didn't even get that out until the battery camera shut off because the battery was dead. So I thought, I'll just stop, throw a new battery in. So there's the front tire I was telling you guys about. Mitas something Enduro Trail XT Plus. Yeah, that's what I thought. So anyway, so far it's been good today. Now travel on down the road. I hear a car coming. Get ourselves turned around. One of these days I'm going to work up the nerve to try one of those dadgum elephant turns or whatever it's called. But not today. Now we've popped back out to Highway 127, headed towards Highway 12, headed towards Rogers.